Data ownership. A lot of times, the only person you ever learn about a client server system is, the only time you learn about a web-based system and the advantages or disadvantages is from somebody that is selling a client server system. I've heard this a million times, and it's just not true. Whether or not you own the data. You own your data. With a client server system, that data that's in that server that's in your office, of course you own it. When you change systems, old server and the data you need has to be maintained by you, meaning you still have to keep that server with the old software, some version of that license on that server. They don't tell you that comes with a cost. So even if you want to switch off of their system, they're going to still make you pay something to keep a version of their software in case you want to get to that data. A lot of systems out there charge you well over, I think it's like $1,500 just to have a version where you can get to your notes, and then you have to keep that. So if you want to access your past records, it's difficult. So now imagine you want to switch systems even to another client server system. That means 2 servers that you have to maintain, 2 databases that you have to maintain. And if something happens, it compounds the problem, not to mention the additional cost. With our system, any system, you own the data. By HIPAA rules, you own the data. Whether it's the question is whether or not you want to get to the data. And if you do, how do you get to it? If you don't, what is the cost of not getting to that data when you don't need it? With our system, you don't have to pay us anything. Let's say you were a client of ours and you left. You don't have to pay us anything until you need that data. So of course you can, before you leave our system, if you wanted to go on a new system, you can download as much as you want. You can print patient charts on PDFs. You can keep all that in your office. You can export Excel spreadsheet. You can get all the data you want. But what if you want data 3 years from now for a patient file because of some litigation, or a patient needs the data, whatever the case may be, and you want to get to it? We don't charge you $1,500, $2,000 just to keep a license, just so you can maintain the license on your server and keep that onus on you the whole time and have to worry about HIPAA, etc. And then when you need it 3 years from now, remember how to get to it and hope it's still there. A lot of times what we'll do, first of all, we keep all that data, and we have to by HIPAA law. You can access it at any time. A lot of times what we'll do is we'll charge a doctor to get access to the system for the month that they need it. We usually just charge per month, and it's something like $99 for the month, and you get all the charts again that you need. If that was 3 years from now, you get everything you need, and then it's over. But you don't pay us unless you need it. So in either case, this whole misconception that you don't own data or you do own data just because your system is client server based or web based, there's no correlation to you owning the data to the type of system you have. You own the data, you can get to it. The question is, what are you gonna do when you need the data in the future? What's going to be the process for you? Which is more inconvenient? What's more costly to maintain? Clearly, it's the client server system is much more costly, much more time consuming. Data ownership is web-based side is again a winner.